Dads, I want to talk to you over the next few weeks over some phrases that every dad has got to get good at being able to say as a dad. And really probably moms as well, but I'm a dad, so I'm going to speak mainly to dads. This past weekend, I had a little bit of a rough day on Saturday. Got in a conflict with one of my kids, and I didn't help the situation. And in that, I had to recognize that what I did escalated the situation, and it really kind of drove my child into a worse place than what they originally were. As I sat there, frustrated, upset, my pride, angry, not wanting to recognize my part in it, it all of a sudden hit me. Two different things. One, I didn't want the enemy to get ground in the life of my family and in my life and in my child's life. And so I recognized that I had to step up, I had to go out, and I had to bring reconciliation. I had to bring the family together in that situation. And the phrase that I had to use that I think that dads, we have to become a whole lot better at using, and I think it would go a long ways with our family, is I'm sorry. That's it. I'm sorry. Because the truth is, as dads, being sinners, being sinful, having a lot going on in life, we're not going to always do things right all the time. We're going to mess up with our kids. We're not going to always do it and parent exactly how we should. And so the quicker we can learn to swallow our pride, to want to think we've got it all right and that we're doing it perfect, and swallow our pride and go to our kids and be like, I'm sorry, the quicker we can begin to bring healing and wholeness back to our family. I am so thankful that by the grace of God, I went to my child and I said, I am sorry. I went to my entire family and said, I am sorry, because I had to deal with something where I blew it. I had to seek forgiveness. And when I did that, they loved on me. They accepted my apology. We worked through the issue. My child apologized for their part that they played in it. But in that, by me using that one little phrase, that two-word phrase, I am sorry, I stepped back into my family and I brought unity back to my family. You know what? The truth is, sometimes it may not all be our fault. A lot of it may not be our fault. But you know what? When we go and we humble ourselves and say, we're sorry, I'm sorry, we do a lot for our family. And one thing is we end up being an example to our kids. We're an example of what it means to own our stuff. We're an example to our kids of what it means to step in and be responsible. We're an example to our kids of humility and what it means that we don't always do everything right. And it's okay to be an adult. It's okay to be a leader. It's okay to be in charge and have to say, I'm sorry sometimes. So dads tonight and moms, if you're not great at saying, I'm sorry, I challenge you to go get in front of the mirror and 10 or 15 times just say, I'm sorry, so-and-so. I'm sorry, so-and-so. Just get yourself used to saying it. And next time things don't go so well, take a moment and stop reflecting on maybe what your kid did wrong or what your child did wrong, and maybe think, hey, did I play a part in maybe that escalating the way that it did? Was my discipline maybe a little bit harsh on my child and I handled that in a way that wasn't so kind? Did I react and did I give a consequence before I should have, before I knew the whole story? And so I made the situation worse. And if you did, then you'll be ready to say, I'm sorry, Charlie, or whatever your child's name is, and begin to bring back unity and love and peace and a closeness with your child. Because I don't know about you guys, but as my kids grow older, I want nothing more than to be connected with them. And then when I say I'm sorry, it allows to open the door to being able to connect with them again and to have influence in their lives. Because you know what? Pretty soon, they're going to move out of the house, and I want to go from just being a parent to being a coach and a mentor in their lives and helping them as they navigate the things in life that I've already gone through. And so you know what? There are all kinds of wins for being able to simply say to your kids, I'm sorry.